Omens, let's get Noah up on line
Woo!
one. I love it. The anticipation's killing me. The anticipation's killing
You got
me.
butterflies.
Yeah. Never gets old. Yes. All right.
Oh,
Good morning. All right. How we doing?
Good morning.
How we doing, man? We got Noah from Bad Omens. How we feeling this morning, man?
Pretty good. It's 5 p.m. where I'm at, so
Oh shit!
End of day for you. No, no stranger to us. You know what I
love
mean?
the morning energy though you got. Need
It's
that.
it's either this or you're gonna sleepwalk through it. So I'm happy to share a little bit of this espresso energy with you, man. I gotta
I need
say
it.
thank you so much for spending some time with us here this morning. We've got this new track. Before we get into it though, I want to talk about the year that you guys have had. Just an absolute like neck breaker in every single direction. Are you finding it hard to sort of like maintain balance and equilibrium when you're operating at this scale? Like how does it feel? Like, are you still feel like you've got the sort of true north of Bad Omens at the fore, even at this sort of scale that you're working at now?
Yeah, it's very hard to answer your question. I find it very hard. Yeah, I just have a death grip on everything that I want the band to be and to do, and it's like you said, it's hard at this scale to spread myself that thin, I guess, spread ourselves that thin, all of us, like with the touring and the travel and everything that goes into everything behind the scenes people don't see.
Sure.
So yeah, it is hard, and I'm trying to figure out a new approach to it now that's a little less serious, less deep, I guess, if that makes sense, because it's like mentally taxing, and I'm trying to just have fun again with it.
I mean, but you guys have always put like sincerity and integrity kind of at the fore. Like, how do you manage to balance that with this idea of trying to like be a little less serious and have fun?
I guess I mean less serious in the sense, not in so much the branding or the aesthetics, but just like our approach, or my approach mainly. I'm probably the one with the issue, like behind the scenes, where I get really frustrated and worked up and anxious about the process and things not going right in time, and just trying to make everything perfect, which striving for perfection in art is a fool's task.
Yeah, of course.
Art's only abandoned. It's never finished.
That's a great way to think about it.
So I'm trying to accept that better, and just accept that sometimes things are what they are, and that the wheels have to keep moving. Because if it was up to me, the band would probably just disappear for 5 years and make the next record and make a theme park or something out of it. I don't know. Like,
look, like a high concept opus. I mean, like if this were a different era, you could take 5 years between projects and it would be fine.
Yeah, there's so much more to it than that, and like other people to consider. Like everyone that this band employs a lot of people. That's like a really important part to me. Like between crew and the band, like we need to make money and tour, and also that our experience. I realize this now coming to do this tour in the UK and in Europe. Our experience with the band is so different from so many people's. Last time we headlined here, we were playing 500 cap to 1,000 cap rooms. Last time we were in London, we had to play a 500 cap 3 nights in a row.
Yeah, but think about that for the fans, though.
2,000 cap.
Think about that for the day oneers. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be able to be like, yeah, I saw Bad Omens, and it was me and like 8 other people in this tiny room in London, and they're gonna remember that forever.
I remember it forever. I love it. Sam from Architects came and did some vocals, which was crazy. So I'm trying to keep that in mind and humble myself in that regard of just like, there's a lot of people that this is the first time seeing the band. And even though I'm more eager to get into a new chapter with it and a new record and do something else, there's still a lot of people that we owe it to that have spent their hard-earned money on tickets, or t-shirts or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Want to support the band and see it and see songs they love. So that's just trying to navigate that middle ground, that limbic space between the thing that attracted so many new people to the band and then where I want to take it now, and just how we're kind of in the middle of that process. So.
And I'm glad you brought up the new record. Do you feel like you're still in the middle of the process of whatever this next project is? Because I know we've got this EP, we've got the title track, but like I know you're also a student of the craft. You're a fan of music. You're pulling from influences in different genres. How is that informing this new project, and where are we in the process?
That's making my like neuroticism, like my OCD side of my brain, very troublesome, I guess, because we're always writing new music, and we've been doing that. I mean, Spectre is almost 3 years old. That song we finished in the fall of 2023, I think. So like we're always kind of behind our releases in the sense that like now I'm trying to do something new with the writing, and
of course,
wherever I was at the time I started, what we're doing is like I've already kind of moved past it. So I'm trying to figure out how to package and present whatever the next album or albums will be. And also there's some other pretty big ambitious plans regarding the way we're releasing the record that we're working on that takes a lot of time.
Not a theme park though. Not a theme park.
Not a theme park.
Not a theme
maybe
park.
Next record if we get theme park budget, but we all still produce and engineer it ourselves too, and that takes way more time, than a lot of other bands that maybe just go to the studio, track it, and then that's out of their hands.
Sure.
And it's just growing pains, kind of trying to get better at delegating and finding people I trust to hand off certain tasks to that maybe I don't need to spend as much time on myself.
Of course.
That's not as creative,
Yeah, but
it's just hard
when you're operating at this level,
DNA.
Exactly. When you're operating at this level, like you have to offshore some of that stuff. You have to outsource some of that stuff because yes, you're talking about scale, and if you're going to be focusing on the craft itself, you're like somebody needs to do the scheduling. Guys, I can't do the scheduling as well. Look, the merch design, sure, the t-shirt looks great. Somebody else say yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to like loosen my grip on that in a sense because I've just seen it happen too much with. Not even just bands I like, but franchises or restaurants even. Like sure. It just sometimes things just you start to. There's something that some people can't always explain. Some people can't articulate it. That just feels cheap or inauthentic or like it got lazy. And I don't want to ever be that. I'd rather take a long time or just slowly roll things out as they're ready because we still want to tour. We still have plans and obligations we've committed to. There's festivals we want to play because we want to play our music for new people still.
Yeah.
And we also want to play new music ourselves. So to us, the middle ground is like, let's drop a good amount of songs that we either love or we think would be really fun and exciting to play live.
Sure.
So that we kind of get what we want. And then we're still giving, the show in service to the fans that have yet to see Dead the Peace of Mind album cycle headliner from this band, that are in places like this.
I mean, I feel like Left for Good is a perfect entry point for that. I mean, where were you when this one came together? Because it does feel like, you focusing on the sort of quality as opposed to the quantity, and it does feel like you're not watering anything down on this track. And it does feel like while you still have an eye on the future, this one still feels like it's speaking to the day oneers as well as the new fans. How did Left for Good come together, and kind of how did this song take shape?
It was the same like core crew that I write with. It's Jolly, our guitar player, and our best friend Mike, who is also a producer and a writer, and he's in another band called Chief. We just jam in the we have a nice bedroom studio set up.
Sure.
And we just jam and play with sounds and sound effects and pedals. And I'm always, when it comes to heavier stuff with the band, my ears are so fatigued with almost everything because the limit has been pushed in the heavy space.
Sure.
And I'm like, I'm never going to make something heavier than like this thing that's like max velocity, like triggered drums, lowest guitars and guttural screaming. Like, so then that's like, you have to reframe the approach to heavy and how you get there. And that's what makes it heavier to me. So I don't know. I think I lean more melodically these days because that universally since the dawn of time has conveyed more emotion than just straight, primal heavy stuff as much as I like it. And with this song, we try to split the difference.
Yeah, I mean, you do hit like a finite point when it's just a wall of sludge. Like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place, but in terms of an entry point or, like you said, a way to articulate an actual specific emotion, you're going to need a little bit more nuance, which I feel like is what you've accomplished here. Noah, thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes out of your day here. 5 p.m., other side of the planet, I'm assuming, European tour on the horizon. And yeah, man, whenever you're ready to share more about the full length, let us know because the EP rips. So thank you again for taking the time with us.
All right, thanks so much for having me.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
See ya.
Today's cover of the New Music Daily playlist starts now.